Hello everyone, welcome to the Sports Lane. I'm Dana.
I'm Will.
Brian.
I'm Matt.
And we are the Sports Lane. I'm going to give a shout out to our friend Dave. He's not here today, but here in spirit. Dave, we miss you, and
We love you, man.
we'll be looking forward to seeing you at the next shooting.
Happy birthday.
Happy belated.
Happy belated. Okay, fellas, I wanted to talk today about Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid. Do you think that they can coexist and win together? Because, you know, people say that their games are so different that they don't mesh. What do you think, Matt?
Well, I think it all still, to me, comes down to discipline. I think the discipline that's not translated from the gym to the floor is very becoming. I think that if you know what you're supposed to do or what you can do, and you know what you can do, then I think they can coexist. There's other big men and guards in the league that are coexisting. I think that's exactly what I think.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah, just to tag along what Matt said, I agree. I think they can coexist as a team, but if you put the egos aside and the contracts and the money and the publicity, I think it can work. And you got two diamonds here. We got number one draft choice. So what do we have to lose here? So we might as well ride them out. Ride them out.
Yeah.
They're both 23, 25 years old.
Yeah.
So the next 5 to 10 years, let's see what we got.
Brian?
I really don't care.
Well,
If Simmons starts shooting the ball, and stop going to the paint, and Beta had more room to work, because it's like they flip it, and Beta come out to the arc, and Simmons go in the paint, like they do a role reversal.
well, I remember the last episode I said that because it was said that Ben Simmons told the coach that he wasn't going to shoot, and I was like, I would entertain trade talk. But I'm back on the Ben Simmons bandwagon. I'm not trading Ben. I'm not trading Joel. I'm like this. They need to work together. If Magic Johnson and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is able to work together, and Magic couldn't shoot a jump shot for a long time in his career,
Right.
and he was a driver, and Kareem played the post. My thing about Joel need to be more that they talk bully ball. Get on that block and be like, yo, throw me the ball. Like I was watching Shaq the other day on TV. He said when he played in Miami with Dwayne Wade, he said that he went down the court 3 times and he didn't get a touch. He went down and sat in the lane and got a 3-second call on purpose, and he got the ball.
He
But
commanded the ball.
Yeah, he gotta be that guy now. He can't keep talking it.
Embiid can be the most dominant center in the league right now, but I really think it's not in him yet. I think he's still got a little immaturity in him. He's that tweeting and texting and you see a soft side of him.
I posed a question the other day when we was in church. Joel Embiid didn't start playing ball till late. Now, when I played ball, when I was in my neighborhood, we grew up playing tough ball. And it's because we grew up playing
Rough outs, they call it.
Yeah, we grew up playing it. So it was a time when we played 10-12, we might have been soft. But by the time we was playing 12, 14, or
you got tough.
14, 16, slap that floor and pull them shorts up and play some ball.
You play ball, right?
You know, I don't know if Joel, because when he started playing ball, he was already the biggest dude on the court.
So dominant.
And then he has skills, so people didn't. So he never had that tough. He didn't have a big brother or a boy that lived on the other side of the neighborhood that he came with his crew, you came with your crew, and y'all ball. He didn't have nobody that bullied him on the court.
What he's learning in NBA, these guys is ain't backing down to him. like Morris. I mean, it's guys that get up in his face.
Yeah.
I mean, you can see it. He don't know how to react. If you look the way he's been, he's like you just saying, he's never been challenged.
I don't think. Yeah.
In
I don't think he got
basketball.
that.
So is he gonna be more of a Shaq or more of a Hakeem?
I think
I don't know.
Ralph Sampson, man. To be honest with you, man.
Ralph Sampson.
Because it's not in him. Like I said,
So he can't be
he's
like
not
Shaq.
dominant. He don't have that dominant emotion. You know what I mean? You gotta be a Shaq.
Well,
He gets emotion.
Shaq dominated.
He was emotional.
Hakeem dominated, but they dominated two different ways.
Different ways, but
Yeah,
can you
but
see-
neither one of them was bullied.
No,
Right, but see, Embiid is not a bully. He's more of just he's
See,
a
he
product of
think
his
he
own
is.
environment
He
because
think he
his
is, though.
size. He's been spoiled by his height and his growth.
Yeah.
But it hasn't transcended on the court because a flu gets you sick. He let little things get to him, and his that internet, that texting, that stuff can
Well,
kill his whole game.
he need to watch that series, that championship series with the Lakers and the Sixers, and see how Shaq abused Dikembe. I felt bad for Dikembe. I was watching the game one day.
Yeah.
Shaq just kept banging him.
Beat him up.
Dikembe was like,
Or you got players that go in the off season that go train with the older Hall of Fame players, and B can do that.
That's not Embiid. That's not.
but
him.
I think Embiid could will benefit from that. But I think Embiid will get there eventually. But I think what you just said is something that Ben Simmons need to do more of.
What's that?
Go play with some seasoned vets
In the off season,
that in the off season
Pick up.
train where
Playground.
they'll show you how
Do
to
you
shoot
think
the
that's
ball.
in Embiid doing? Honestly, fellas, do you think that's in Embiid to really
I
go
do.
and go to mentor somebody? He hasn't talked
no,
to
not
anybody.
Embiid to mentor,
But we
Embiid
talking
to
about
get
Embiid or
mentored.
Simmons?
Well, we talking about both of them.
Well, I think Embiid needs the more of the attention than Simmons, because Simmons already is trying to learn a jump shot.
Well, he shoot
If
the
you
ball
will.
in
He still hasn't
practice.
found one,
Well,
but
he's shooting in practice, but
Well,
not in
see,
the game.
I wouldn't know. You got Moses. You had Moses before he was passing away. He could have went to some of them big men like that.
He still, I think
he won't go to that.
He should go see
Hakeem.
Akeem would be good. I mean,
Yeah.
Great.
Even Shaq get to him because you know
Nah,
when
not
Shaq
Shaq.
got on him, when Shaq
Not
criticized him and Barkley got
Yeah.
on that show, he had a dominant game.
I think
The
I
first
say
time,
I
yeah.
think Shaq is ideal
Well,
to get in Embiid's head.
he will get in his head, but I think Akeem and Akeem's game and Embiid's
are
game
similar.
are similar.
You
Fundamental.
think so?
Yeah,
Like, I can't see Embiid posting up and doing a power dunk.
I mean he's done.
I can see him
He's
shooting
done it.
fadeaways in the paint. Like
He's not natural. He wants to seem like he wants to shoot the ball.
He wants to do it all, but see
he
the
can't.
problem is yes he can.
But
I
you
mean,
gotta-
like
you
the
gotta-
other day, he was shooting threes. He was hitting threes.
Okay.
He can't spend a game shooting 3-pointers, or can't do one or the other.
Right.
Like I said, he's a
You have
tall
to
man
do both.
You're a tall man in the court.
You
Go
have
on
to
that
go
post.
go on that post,
And
and
defend that
Where do you
ball,
want him
yeah.
at, Matt? Do you want him on the block,
In the
or do you
paint.
want him on a 3-point?
I want him on the block.
Yes.
He
Center.
should.
Because if he-
He should stay on the block.
'Cause if he gets
for
on-
longevity, he needs to be on the block.
well, for put it this way. Let me say it like this: his game, you can't tell somebody that can hit 3-pointers, a center that can shoot 3-pointers, never to shoot the three. I'm saying if he coming down like that, they hit like 5 threes.
But he was the last man down the field, the court. That's
I'm
why.
not talking. I'm saying if it happens in the flow of the
Oh, the
game,
flow of the game.
the flow of the game, like he grabbed the rebound and he outlet it, and they took off and they kicked back to him and he shoot the three. But I don't want him playing like a spot up shooter.
Yeah.
I mean, but a man that can shoot a center that can shoot the three, ain't nothing wrong with it. Long as you're not sitting out there the majority of the game. I mean, I need rebounds and I need points.
Yeah.
But it also depends on what the coach is calling, the plays, the defense you're in. Because I've been watching Embiid all year, and I love him. I got the jersey on. I love him. I appreciate him. But it seems like he's just out of shape sometimes.
Well,
Yeah,
a
they
lot
had
of
that
times-
too.
Like
Yeah.
he runs out
When
of
he,
gas.
says when he broke his
He just
finger,
seemed
he
like-
missed 9 games.
I
He
mean-
got out of basketball shape.
I mean,
And what he got to, I think Embiid has to be a better steward of his body in the game. I mean, for instance, he might need to
A
hire
nutrition.
a nutritionist.
Yes.
He might need to bring somebody. Yo, you know what? You could live in that other room
Right.
in the mansion and fix my meals
Right.
because he's not focused enough to handle it himself. You know, but well, we've been talking about Embiid, but what about Ben? Because a lot of people say that because their games don't their game don't mesh. I mean, don't complement each other. So, what do y'all think about Ben? What Ben need to do to Mr. Ben Hater?
Well, as of late, I've been seeing Ben be aggressive. I've been seeing Ben go to the court, to the rack. I kind of think he changed his game somewhat because he feels though there's whatever the pressure is, whether it's on the court or off the court about him not shooting, he went another direction. And in the past week or even 2 weeks, he has been scoring crazy. I'm the biggest.
You've been calling it, man.
Yeah, I'm the biggest hater of him, but I do at the same time I give him the glory when he does what he's supposed to do on the basketball court. So
Agreed.
for some reason, which is a good thing, he said, okay, I'm gonna take another area. I'm gonna go to the basket. I'm gonna get an and one. I'm gonna rebound. I'm gonna make steals. I'm gonna block defense. I'm gonna do all that other stuff. And hey, if he can do that and we win and we successful, I'm with it.
But yeah, a lot of people haven't noticed his free throw shooting has
Yes.
been better.
Slowly
Yeah.
increased.
I mean, it's not. I mean, I'm not gonna pick him to shoot my
Technical friend.
technical. He ain't gonna score shoot the technical.
Yeah.
But
Technically.
But you can see he's trying.
He's up. I mean, he's up in the 70%.
Yeah, he's
I
increased
think the last time I heard he was like 74% in the
he's
last
increased his
last 11
free throw
games or
percentage.
so.
And it's a different approach to his free throws too. You notice he's more relaxed. He's focusing. He's not rushing it too. So Ben Simmons' game has increased and it's got better. He's probably listening to the tweets, the texts, instead of responding out like Embiid is reacting to it. I think he's hearing the critics and I think he's taking keen to it because I think personally this is Ben Simmons' team. I think he needs to take over this team and say, I'm the leader.
Yes.
And I think, and it's not a knock on Embiid, but I think this team is Ben Simmons' team. It's his for the taking.
Yeah, they were
It's
6
his
and
for
3.
the taking.
6 and 3 when
And
Embiid
then once
was out.
he on his game, is nobody can stop Ben Simmons.
Yeah.
Nobody. With that height,
Yes.
he can score every game. He can score 10, 15, 20 points every game.
And
Easily.
like you're saying, the way he's flowing with the game now, I saw the other day, somebody cut him off. He did a spin move and they cut him off and he shot a fadeaway jumper. It was butter. Form and everything. Looked like that's what he do.
Yeah.
So that's why I say Ben Simmons can shoot a jumper. He just has to. I think he's stubborn. I think one of the reasons he ain't shooting them, he hasn't been shooting them is because everybody was saying that he had to. He needed to shoot. And come on, I'm like Ben Simmons with everything that he gives us. I'm not going to say, Ben, you need to shoot 3-pointers. And so what if Ben shot? Say he came down and stopped doing the other stuff and he hit 3-pointers, and he don't do the rebounds and the assists go down. Y'all gonna be happy then? No, I'm like,
I think they want him to shoot the jumper when he's open.
yeah,
They know
that's
the
it.
opponent is not
Baby
going to
steps.
cover him. They're going to double team someone else, leave him open, and then he's going to just hold the ball or pass it, take the wide open shot.
And that's
So
like,
what if you miss it?
right, because if Embiid where he's supposed to be,
Yeah, get the
that's a
rebound.
rebound
Exactly.
and a putback.
Yeah.
Well, that's one aspect of his game. He's definitely gonna have to work on.
Yeah, and like I said, for me, I'm not trading either one. I'm keeping Ben. I'm keeping Joel. And if only thing I would consider is maybe if the coach have to be changed to get somebody to put in something to make it work.
Yes.
Now, we're going to have to leave it right there, folks. Once again, we would love for you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, to Sports Lane. Please like us and share us. Once again, I'm Dana.
I'm Will.
Brian.
I'm Ben.
And And we are the Sports Lane. Thank you for joining us. And I want to give a shout out to our producer, Kathy. You're doing a great job, babe.
Love you.
Love you. All right, we're out.